Lesson 9.2, Equations and Tables. When an equation describes the relationship between two quantities, the variable x often represents the independent variable, and y often represents the dependent variable. A value of the independent variable is called the input value, and a value of the dependent variable is called the output value. So therefore, if we input 2 for x, then it would just be 2 plus 3 would give an output of 5. If we input 4 for x, it would be 4 plus 3 and give an output or a y equals 7. A skating rink charges $3 for each hour of skating, plus $1.75 to rent skates. Write an equation for the relationship that gives the total cost y in dollars for skating x hours. Then make a table that shows the cost of skating for 1, 2, 3, and 4 hours. What is the independent variable? What is the dependent variable? So this is working on the situation from our last lesson, from 9.1. And in this case, the cost is the dependent. And the number of hours is the independent. Okay, so write an equation. The total cost is, and then this is skating rink charges $3. For each is our keyword telling us to multiply hours plus the cost to rent skates. So the equation for the relationship is C equals 3 times R plus 175. So the equation, or at least part of it, will become the rule. So we input different amount of times to get different outputs. So for 1 hour, we just replace 1 into the x. So we substitute 1 for x. So 3 times 1 is 3, and then we add 175, and it becomes 475. Now if we do 3 times 2 plus 175, it'd be 3 times 2 is 6, plus 175 is 775. Then if we substitute 3 for x for 3 hours, be 3 times 3 plus 175. We got 3 times 3 is 9, plus 175 is 1075. Then for 4 hours, we do 3 times 4 plus 175. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus 175 is, 1375. Jamal downloads songs on his MP3 player. The table shows how the time it takes him to download a song depends on the song's file size. Write an equation for the relationship shown in the table. Then use the equation to find how many seconds it takes Jamal to download a song with a file size of 7 megabytes. So we're just trying to figure out this part right here. So look for the pattern between the file sizes and the download times. So 12 times 4 is 48. 12 times 5 is 60. 12 times 6 is 72. 12 times, 12 times 8, sorry, forgot that they skipped a number, gives you 96. You can find each download time by multiplying the file size by 12. The download time is, it's trying to see if it's 12 multiplied by the file size. Oh, I guess they do an X and a Y for this. Okay, so this would actually be Y and this would be X. So the equation for the relationship is Y equals 12X. Use the equation to find the download time for a file size of 7 megabytes. So all we're doing is replacing 7 in for X. So 12 times 7 is 84. So it takes Jamal 84 seconds to download a 7 megabyte song. Then you're going to do numbers 1 through 5 and then connect to reading on the other side. So for numbers 1 and 2, use the equation to complete the table. So here's the equation for number 1, and all they're asking is for you to fill out the rest of this table. Numbers 3 and 4, write an equation for the relationship shown in the table, then find the unknown value in the table. Number 5, it costs $6 to join an online DVD club and $2.50 to rent each DVD. Write an equation for the relationship that gives the total cost Y in dollars for renting X DVDs. Then complete the table. Connect to reading. Cause and effect. The reading skill cause and effect can help you understand how a change in one variable may cause a change in another variable. In karate, a person's skill level is often indicated by the color of his or her belt. At Sarah's karate school, students must pass a test to move from one belt level to the next. Each test costs $23. Sarah hopes to move up 3 belt levels this year. What effect will this plan have on her karate expenses? So cause, Sarah moves to higher belt levels. Effect, Sarah's karate expenses go up. Write an equation for the relationship that relates the cause and effect. Then use the equation to solve the problem. Let X represent the number of belt levels Sarah moves up, and let Y represent the increase in dollars in her karate expenses. So first you're going to write the equation. Then Sarah plans to move up 3 levels, so replace X with, solve for Y. So if Sarah moves up 3 belt levels this year, her karate expenses will increase by how many dollars?